turn the AC a little bit? It's 70. Keep it in here.
So, it seems to go.
Hey, Judge.
Hello, Ms. Berger.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Another day, another dollar.
Are you attorney of the day today?
I am.
Some things just pay off.
Well, I'm looking at the list of names. Kind of like my chances on a few.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, I seen the way it was run before. I was like, it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone just being courteous to each other, which is great. It's a good bar, but I didn't think it was fair.
No.
You know, some people just shirk their duty.
Yep.
And you know, they did anyways.
And, you know, like I say, good brotherhood. Good.
Yeah, it makes for good relationships, but the way I saw it is the expectation was you're supposed to come from other people.
Right.
So there's a courtesy. I just, honestly, it's not that I want to pay the people that are here. I don't want to pay the people that are purposely skipping because they're like,
Right.
Like I was rewarding that behavior.
And I think that's the case with some of these individuals. It's extremely deliberate because there's never an explanation as, well, I'm in a hearing with downtown at 1 o'clock. I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Not even a cursory.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
they
can't make
show
it.
up. And then they were stalled, so I think this is actually kind of sped things up too.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't have to ask around.
Right.
Denton County, Springer Records.
Okay, so Mary, you might know this. What do you know about detention and their policies on the attorney tries to call?
They're supposed to make it go through.
So last time I called 4 times.
So,
Talked to her. She's not doing well. First they looked at her phone, never came back. 3 other times I called.
That's horrible.
They said the phone is being. Okay. I said, can you at least let her know that I tried to call? We're not allowed to do that.
Do you want me to give you the email for his emails?
Well, they said he's not here today. She talked to Shane Jackson.
What are they saying? They're not letting you talk to your client?
Yeah, I called last night 4 times. Talked to you remember Phyllis, the little girl with the colored hair? Put me on hold 8 minutes. It's a long time when you're just sitting there. Then I called back, phone's busy. Try again and I'll try again. Phone's busy. Last time, phone's busy. I said, okay, can you tell Phyllis that I've tried to reach her tonight? It's now 8:15. No, can't, you're not allowed to do that. So, you telling me the child doesn't know that I'm trying to reach you, can't pass that along? No.
So if it's a phone call, I don't know how much I can do. If you can't visit this and that, you get me involved.
Oh, yeah, no, I knew that. They can't stop me from that, but there should be a mechanism to let the child know, hey, your attorney tried to call me. Because what happened after that is that the family is going, I got my phone, why haven't you talked to her?
They shouldn't ever not put an attorney's phone call.
Yeah, I mean, if the phone is literally busy, I get it, but then at least tell the kid that I'm trying to call.
I email Shannon,
Okay,
CC, Ron Lewis.
okay. It's never happened. I mean, I've had it happen, you know, one time where the phone's busy, I call back a half hour, okay, put you through. Not a problem. Okay. It's, do you have Shane's email or Jesus?
We have both.
Okay.
It's, LaChandras, LaChandraS, Jackson, @county.com.
Okay.
And then I do Jesus too. He's J. Reyes, REYES.
Is it small? He's higher up, right?
Yeah.
So, better to talk.
And you want on this too?
If he needs, I mean, we can forward it. I don't want to make it a federal case. Because that's just wrong.
Yes.
And
Totally.
in the past, I've tried to let it go, and this was a different guy, in the back, first time I've ever heard of him. He's usually the guy that answer, I recognize the voice. He wasn't rude or anything, he just, like, no. I think it is. I've had
I mean, I can understand them having a bad night for that long.
what the good ones do is, I'll say the phone's busy, they wait to see it. They will call me. And so, to talk to her. And then that's our good.
That's good work.
And now I appreciate it. Good then.
Hi, Ray.
How are you doing? Magistrate.
This cat is very.
Yeah, no, I need someone, I need someone to check. I mean, I'm sure you trace me right here. No, I don't think so. I think the PO's
All rise.
Thank you, please be seated. Hello, Liz.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't miss your mask at all. It was creepy.
Oh, you loved it.
That's probably what makes me happiest about the masks. Yeah, sure. I like it. Good one.
Very good, yeah, about the bobcat.
When do you get them out?
I don't know, he said a couple of weeks, but it's been a couple of weeks, so. Maybe go next week and see if it's ready.
How are you about it?
It's painting with the mouth open.
Great mouse or a squirrel?
Uh,
Wall mount or table?
Okay.
All right, so this is the detention docket for the 3/23rd. District Court of Karen County. Couple things I want to go over. All right, so the law says when a child's brought to our detention facility, you have to see a judge within 2 business days. The judge has to make a decision whether to keep you in custody or to release you. Now, this decision is based on a 2-step process. First, I have to consider whether there's probable cause that you committed an offense. What that means is, can somebody articulate, can somebody put into words a series of statements that, if they were true, would be a violation of our laws. Okay? That doesn't mean that they are proven true. There is no evidence, there's no testimony, there's no exhibits. This is actually all based on hearsay. But if somebody can articulate, if you violated the law, then I go to the next stage, which is to decide whether to keep you in custody or to release you. Now, that decision is based on various factors, things like if I feel like you would be a danger to yourself, if I was to release you, if you would be a danger to others, if you're likely to not appear for court, if you've previously been adjudicated for a felony level offense, if there's not adequate supervision in the community at your home or with family or friends. If I make that decision to release you, I can put any kind of reasonable condition. I can place you on electronic monitor, I can set a curfew, I can require you to go to school, I can require you not to go to school, live in a certain place, go to work, not go to work. These are all, as long as they're reasonable, I can set any kind of condition. If you violate that condition, then I can sign a warrant to bring you back here because you broke the terms of the release. Now, if I detain you, the law says you must see a judge every 10 days while you're here to make that decision. Now, we do that just to make sure no kid kind of sits here in our facility without seeing a judge or without any kind of progress on the case. Now, I will let you know there will be information that I do not have at this hearing. This is not your trial. This is not about whether you actually committed the crime or not. This is simply about detaining you while your case is pending or to release you into the community while your case is pending. If there is information that you feel like is important to your case, that is something that you need to tell your attorney. This is not the proper time for that. I'm going off the report that the police provided to us when you were brought in. The district attorney has nothing to do with this. Your attorney really has nothing to do with this. This is just simply my decision based on your case. Now, you do have certain rights at this hearing. You do have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say at a detention hearing cannot be used against you at any other type of court setting if you choose to give up that right. However, if you give up that right, that is also something I can consider in detaining you or not detaining you. I also want to let you know that you have the right to an attorney. If you or your family cannot afford an attorney, I will provide one for you. I am advising you to use your right to remain silent. But if you choose to give that up, then this won't be held against you. All right. Parents, this also goes for you as well. If you have information related to your child that you think is important, please tell the child's attorney this setting at a detention hearing is not the time. Like I said, there are no witnesses here. There is no testimony or exhibits. This is simply based on a police report that was provided to me, which is meant to establish a probable cause. Also, I do see people in here wearing masks. You are certainly welcome to wear a mask. If you want to take it off, you can take it off too. That's really your choice. No one's going to give you a hard time either way. All right, let's go ahead and start with Olivia. Yes, sir. Thank you. So Olivia, you are 17 in about a week. So last month, you were brought here by 4th PD for an out of custody intake. You had a pending arrest for evading arrest. So I guess you were here previously for theft in 2019, and they gave you deferred prosecution for that. So, so she was still on DPP, Mr. Lewis?
No.
No, okay, she had discharged, brought in for out of custody intake. Ms. Blair scheduled an intake with the family for that day. Mom showed up without you, saying that you were on runaway status for several weeks. A report was made. You came in separately from Mom to meet with Ms. Blair. And you were told that you need to return to your mom's house, and you refused to do so. Police was called about runaway. They confirmed it's active. Since you refused to leave with your mother from our facility, we decided to take you in custody as a runaway. And we held you over for a detention hearing for the offense. This is from May. When 4th PD received a call about a stolen vehicle, identified the vehicle, followed to a church parking lot. When they got out, 2 of the 3 people, including you, seated in their rear driver's seat, ran. Took off running in different directions, ignoring commands to stop. So you ran behind the church, they stopped you, and pointed a taser at you to get you compliant. You complied, they took you into custody, searched, and found 0.064 ounces of marijuana. So you're given a ticket for drug paraphernalia and release your mom. So you're brought in here when you refused to leave with your mother, tested positive for marijuana while you had a pending case after you've had DPP. Mom here?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mom. So if I release her to you, will she run away again?
I've talked to her. I think that,
Can you pull that the mask? I can't understand.
I've talked to her.
Yes.
I think that this is kind of a scare for her, so I think that she'll be.
Okay. And honestly, Mom, I don't care about scaring her. I just don't want her to run away. She's 16 years old. She doesn't need to be living on the streets or on couches. But this is your call. If you think she's going to not run away and follow your rules and respect you, I'll release her to you. If you think that she's going to do her own thing, then I'm going to keep her here.
I
So,
think she'll be.
okay. So, Lydia, I mean, it's on you, right? If you run away the next time, you know, I'm really just not going to listen to your mom when she asks me to let you go home. Okay. So, you're level one outstanding. You understand what it takes to get here to level one outstanding. You understand I'm expecting you to do the same thing at home, right? So, you can't be slow to comply at home. Can't refuse to participate at home, right? Do not associate. Your mom tells you don't hang around these people. You can't break that either. Okay. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and try it. So you have a history of running away, so I'm going to put you on the electronic monitor, all right, for compliance. And then if you do fine on that, then we'll take it off. But right now, the issue for me is that either you respect your mom and follow her rules, or that you stay here at Kenbo. It'll be your choice. I'm also going to release you. What do you think, Mr. Lewis? RUAs or sweat patch? Start with sweat patch.
I think she would be fine on random UA.
Okay. All right. We'll start off with random urinalysis. Give her a screen, Mr. Lewis, before she leaves, just a fit test. Make sure she's zero. And that way, if she ever tests positive for anything, we know she's used since she got out of here.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Lewis. Hello. Thank you. All right, do we have that here?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I talked to him yesterday, Judge. He thought he had a apartment lined up, and then the place changed their mind at the last minute, because they thought he'd had a prior eviction, which he said he hasn't. That the house was saying was the eviction was the one that he actually owned. So apparently there was just an eviction with that address, and they thought it was him.
Okay.
And he's still trying to prove to them that it wasn't his eviction. Hopefully he can get moved in there.
Right. All right, Lewis, you know he's trying, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, that's all I'm waiting for, right? You understand this is also why it's so important to avoid being those felonies or getting arrested as an adult, because the effects can be long lasting, right? Even though I feel like, from what I've seen about your dad, that he's turned the page in his life and he's doing right. He's being responsible, but this is where his past is catching up with him. I just, you know, that's why all the kids here, I'm trying to help them avoid that future that your dad's going through. Okay, so I'm just waiting, Mr. Hall, if he finds a place, you know, we don't have to have another tenant here. I'm fully prepared to release Lewis into the community to his father. I just need a place for him to live. Okay, so, all right. Any questions, Lewis?
No, sir.
All right, I appreciate your patience with this one, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hall. Scarlett. Yes. All right, Scarlett, this is the one, this is the one she set up like meet up with the guy, smoke weed, drop acid with friends to rob him, and then victim didn't want to, so they shot at the car while he was driving away. The one. So of the 4 males that were there taken in the robbery, like how many of those are juveniles? 1 or 2?
I know one for sure.
I think Remindo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have it.
Right. I think the other 3 may be adults. All right. Victim tried to approach, opened fire on the car. Adult was driving. Yeah, adult Jose was driving. Adult Edric was one of the shooters. Juvenile Raimundo was the second shooter. Victim died at scene. Scarlett, you had an issue of running away. Do we have a parent here by chance?
Yes. the father's.
Okay, hi, Dad. Okay, his river running away. CPS has been involved. And she had run away for months at a time. Yeah, Dad, this is one of those looking at Scarlett's history. It just seems like you and your wife were trying to do everything for her, and she just refused. It seems like you always try to get help involved. You try to, you're always out looking for her and everything. And we just end up here. This is probably one of your biggest fears that came true. Scarlett, just given the severity of this offense, we're dealing with a homicide, right? That Emily, you set up the robbery, and so I'm just very concerned about the safety of the community if I was to release you. Also, I'm concerned about the fact that you have this history of running away. And I'm just afraid that if I was to let you go, you would try to run away from the court and not face prosecution for capital murder. All right, I know right now in your heart, you don't feel that way, but given your history, given what you've done, this is what I have to be concerned about. All right, had you not done all the runaway for years and years, then that would make me more hopeful in your case. Right now, it's just really tough to trust you. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it just makes it tough. Like this is, like I say, you're free to make a choice. You're just not free to choose the consequence. And when you make chose to run away, eventually you have a consequence now coming in. Okay. So I'm going to go and continue to detain you, and we'll see how things go in the future. Thank you, Scarlett.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Octavian. Yes. Thank you. All right, so Octavian, 16 years old, you were here as a runaway back in May. And according to the police report, April 7th, about 9 o'clock, they were dispatched to domestic. Talked to mom, she tried to discipline you for refusing to clean your room by slapping you. And said you responded by getting around her back, picking her off the ground, his body slamming her on the ground 3 times. They saw marks on mom's chin and knees, looking like carpet burn. She described pain and said this has happened before. So then you left home, you're runaway, you're arrested on May 4th after being gone for about a month. And brought over here. Tested positive for marijuana. Judge Porter orders psychological evaluation and placement search. And you are back here on level 3 outstanding. So Ms. Paxson, why is he level 3?
Remember, that happened on 6/29. Disruptive and non-compliant during cleanup, threatening staff and refusing to follow instructions ×3, excluded as a result of persistent misbehavior.
Secluded as a result of what?
Persistent misbehavior.
Okay. Is mom here?
She couldn't get off work.
Oh, no, she right. Hi, Mom.
Oh, okay, she made it.
So refusing to clean this room, refusing to be respectful, being aggressive, persistent bad behavior. This sounds like Octavian when he was at home, right? Like, it seems like he has absolutely learned nothing while he's been here. It is what it is. All right, Octavian, if you think you can last longer than me and hold out until I give in, then you're wrong, right? I'll just keep you here. I can keep you here until you can show me that if I release you back to your mom's house, you're gonna be respectful to her, you're gonna be respectful to her rules, and that you're not gonna cause problems. If you're causing problems here at detention, there's no way in the world I think you're gonna not cause problems at home. So it's your call, just whatever you wanna just decide to do right, we'll give you a chance at home. If you wanna keep on acting like a fool, then go for it, it's all you. All right, so have fun back there. Thanks, David. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. All right, Asia.
Yeah, this is the one you indicated.
Oh, we're gonna hold on.
Hold up.
Yeah, Mom, thank you. Are you able to talk to him while he's here?
He hasn't called us. I bet he's not happy with us right now.
Well, I mean, one day he'll figure out he should be not happy with himself. So it's on him. All right, thank you, Mom. Okay, so we're gonna hold off on Asia. We have Christian. Yes. Thank you. Mary, how old was David? I just gave it to you.
Almost 16.
Okay. All right, Christian, so 16 years old, back in 2020, January, you brought in for theft. While that's pending, you got arrested for stealing a car in March. Then in June, you got arrested for probably stealing more cars. And then in September, you got arrested again for stealing more cars. You're placed on probation for the theft from 100 to 750, the theft 2,500 to 30,000, 2,500 to 30,000, another 2,500 to 30,000. You're on probation for felony offenses. June 21st, you showed up for a court, and we passed it because you had a pending psychological. Why did we ask for psychological who's on probation? Do we know?
I'm not sure why one has not been ordered before, but we ordered like to kind of get ready for the court hearing.
For a court hearing for what?
For the unauthorized use of the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. He was already on probation,
Yes, correct. He's on 2 terms of probation currently.
so why do we need a psychological? Like if he's already on probation?
Because we're trying to see if maybe there's some other issues going on that we could perhaps address.
But there wasn't any problems at that point, right?
And that's
Okay. Judge Porter ordered that psychological?
Yes.
Okay. So you place on electronic monitor, and we give you a drug test, which is positive for marijuana. So you're on probation, and you're smoking weed. Next day, there's an EM alert saying that you left home, walked to the corner. For about 30 minutes, we did a home visit, and you're reminded not to violate your electronic monitor. A week later, Mom told us that she and stepdad did a search of your room, found small bags with appeared to be marijuana and white powder and a loaded 9mm handgun. So I got a report, we issued a warrant for you, and you're brought into custody. Any positive marijuana again? Do we have a parent here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Mom. Okay, so I was just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, we don't know where the gun came from, do we?
No, sir.
And he had baggies of a white powder, which like you thought was baking soda or something.
It was like it was baking soda,
Okay,
but it was, we did find marijuana.
right, which looks like he was dealing drugs and using a gun. All right, well, Christian, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and detain you. I just think if I was letting you go, obviously you're in very dangerous behavior right now. That I think it's a danger to the community. I'm also concerned that you Christian, you'd be surprised the number of kids that come through here on homicide offenses because they were buying or selling marijuana. So, and the fact that you had a gun, what it looks like in drug dealing, that indicates to me that you were willing to either put somebody in fear of their own life or take somebody's life over weed. So I don't think you know this yet, but I just have this policy, whenever kids are brought in with guns or gun-related offenses, and I just detain them at the beginning, make sure I'm comfortable releasing them. So I'm going to detain you for now. We'll see what's going on, see how you behave back here, see if you can show me you can make good decisions, and we'll reevaluate this. All right. Thank you, Christian. Gabriel. Thank you, Mom. Yes. Thank you. So Gabriel, 2020, you were arrested for criminal trespass. You're placed on probation. 2 weeks later, after you're arrested, but before you got probation, you're arrested for burglarizing vehicles, which the DA dismissed. And 3 months later, arrested for possession of marijuana, which the case was rejected. And so you were placed on probation in November of 2020. Arrested you for the weed. So when you came in for the marijuana, I released you on electronic monitoring and a sweat patch. 2 weeks later, you showed up for sweat patch testing, and the patch was tampered with. So you just took off the sweat patch. 2 weeks later, we received sweat patch results showing the next patch you received was positive marijuana. All right, now we have a probation violation. So, do we have a parent here? Hey, Dad. This is like, smoking weed is the dumbest reason to be back here. What is it? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Okay, Gabriel, if you can't not smoke weed while you're on probation, then I have to keep you here to keep you from smoking weed, which is the most ridiculous reason to keep you here. So we'll see you in 10 days at the hearing. Thank you, Dad. Osmond. Yes. Thank you. And then it's not even about like the marijuana itself. It's just not like you're on probation. Okay. Okay. So Mom is here. Hello, Mom. And you are Jennifer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Osmond, forever is a long time. You were on probation for stealing a firearm back in 2019, unlawfully carrying a weapon, and possession of marijuana. We picked up some probation violations. We extended your probation out. All right, so June 30th, Fort PD brought you in. They're saying that gang enforcement was doing surveillance on Beach Street. So a vehicle in the parking lot that you were known to drive. They knew you were wanted for aggravated robbery warrants. They approached the car, observed your mother to be in the vehicle. When they asked Mom where you were, you said that he was in the motel. And she called you to come outside and give yourself up. Came outside to meet the police, taken into custody without incidents. confirm warrants. And this goes back to April, where they're dispatched to an aggravated robbery. 2 victims approached by 2 black males, produced handguns, demanded money, got $600 from the suspects. They were able to identify the suspects with use into wearing a blue jacket with a B on it. They got surveillance from the area, national descriptions, forward gang unit recognized as Osmond and Kimber, documented gang members. 2 weeks before that, see, Emily, you've been shot during an offense in the south side of Fort Worth and was at Harris Hospital. They're investigating the offense against you as a victim, and they tried to give you some photo lineups. And information gathered led the police to believe that you did commit the offense of aggravated robbery. All right, April 12th, they made contact you because you were shot in the shoulder. You said that you were being dropped off at your aunt's house to meet grandma. Someone drove by, shot the vehicle you were in. Grandma said that you left home about a week before and failed to return. So, we set an administrative hearing for you because you're on probation. You failed to show up. And so I issued a warrant for you. So you've been on the run since when? April 27th? No, April.
Actually, April the 19th.
Okay. All right, husband, you are, yeah, you've been on the run, so I had a warrant for you. If you can't show up on probation, then you don't really deserve probation. And if you don't show up for probation, I can't trust you to show up for court. All right, so at this point, I feel like your decisions, you'd be a danger to yourself and community. You might get shot again. You would be a danger to others. You may try and rob somebody again, and that you are likely not to appear for court. So I just think release would be a bad idea. All right.
So he notified me that he did show up for an administrative hearing. I had no way of knowing that.
He showed up 15 minutes later. We waited for him. He had to show up. He stated that he had problems logging in to other departments before. He knew he was going to face the issues, but then getting shot.
Right.
So he just didn't log in. Mom tried to log in, and she did tell me that she didn't have a problem. She had a problem logging in, but he did.
Right.
He was able to log in, but he did.
Okay. Well, husband, I will tell you, you were still on the run for 2 months. You had a warrant for you.
I got shot. I actually got out the hospital. I told him this wife, I told her I turned myself in once I did. I just got shot. I couldn't even.
So when did you go to the hospital?
I think I got out April 16th.
Okay.
Not April 16th.
That's still 6 weeks.
14th, I think.
That's still 6 weeks. You didn't show up. So you lied for it. You said you would show up, turn yourself in as soon as you got to the hospital.
And I said,
You
I
did.
got healed up, like, cause I was hurting bad.
Yeah, I don't play that game. Don't lie to me. I know you got shot, but that's not the point. The point is you're saying you're waiting, you got healed up before you would show up for court. So it took you like 4, 5, 40 years, right? Yeah, until you're healed up.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying like, so I got what, cause I couldn't even move my arm at first. I couldn't even walk at first. I had to be in a wheelchair. That's what I was saying. Like,
You had to be in a wheelchair because you got shot in
I
the
couldn't
arm.
walk. I couldn't walk.
Why couldn't you walk?
Because my arm, like, I had to stand up and my arm was gonna be sitting down, like, it was had much weight, too much weight on it. That's why they had me in a wheelchair. You could ask, when I left at the hospital, I was in a wheelchair.
Mr. Osborne, there is a policy at every hospital where they discharge you to take out a wheelchair. Every single one. You go there for a hangnail or lice, they exit your wheelchair because they don't want the liability if you slip and fall on the way home. Jennifer, do you pretend that his lying to you works on you?
No, sir, that's not the only reason why he was waiting to turn himself in. I spoke with Ms. Washington in regards to my daughter, who had a baby less than 12 days, and he wanted to see his niece before he, came back here with the COVID and stuff. She
Yeah.
was able to get here, but
So it wasn't the arm, it's he wanted to stay
that
out.
was part of it, but, my understanding.
thing is, he thinks he's a clever liar, like we believe him, and we don't. And as mom, and this is, I know you have a tough job as a mom, but the more you just ignore his lies and let him think he's getting away with it, eventually he's gonna start lying, think he's just a good liar, and he's not. And so I think we have a responsibility as parents to call our children out on the lies. And even if it's just, I don't believe you, I'm not gonna deal with it, I just don't think I believe you, so. All right, husband, well, you are a flight risk, so I am not going to release you. He is on, Mr. Reed, you intend to file determined sentence, grand jury approval on the aggravated robbery?
The case has been assigned to Diego as far as that.
Okay, can you let Mary know, the court know sometime in the next week, Mr. Berger? Because if you're gonna seek indeterminate, I just want to do the motion to modify here quickly. If you're gonna seek determined sentence, it may or may not play out right. So I'll kind of let the state take the lead on this one, but if you can let us know within a week or so, I think that's. All right, thank you. All right, husband, so we will see you in 10 days. Thank you. So at this point, under 54A of the Texas Family Code, the court finds that the interests of the public are better served by closing these proceedings to the public. I think we only have one left. So we have the department here, we have the law school here, everyone else.